The 2025 edition of the African Fashion and Arts Conference and Awards took place 5th December 2025 at the Transcorp Hilton, Abuja, bringing together designers, artists, cultural influencers, and creative industry leaders from across the continent. This year's conference was held under the theme Building a Timeless, United and African Creative Future. The event serves as a platform for thought-provoking discussions on Africa's cultural identity, the economic potential of the creative sector, and the role of fashion and the arts in fostering unity and global relevance.
The African Fashion and Arts Award has a mission and a vision. And the first thing in our mission is to harness, to identify the inherent talent in our continent, in our country. And when that happens, there's something we call pipeline. The pipeline is like the conventional schools that we know. You go from primary, secondary, like that, nursery, pre-nursery even. So there's also a pipeline in the creative economy. So without coming to hear from those who are already at the top of the ladder, of the value chain, there's no way we are expected to go up there. As beautiful as football is, which can be considered a unifier, fashion is also a unifier. So when you're in the business of fashion and arts, we believe you're as well in a very valuable business as that of the law and medicine. So this is part of, an environment where young entrepreneurs are encouraged to go into the business of fashion and arts.
Speakers at the conference emphasized the need for deeper collaboration among African creatives and the importance of investing in the continent's creative economy, which continues to grow in influence worldwide. Panelists also highlighted the power of storytelling, innovation, and cultural preservation in shaping Africa's image on the global stage.
The theme for this year's edition, Building Timeless and United African Creative Future, is both strategic vision. It aligns with the federal government vision of strengthening value addition, supporting SMSEs, expanding non-oil exports, and building a more competitive and inclusive creative industry capable of driving sustainable economic growth. The African fashion and creative industry stands today as one of the most dynamic and influential sectors on our continent, an engine of innovation, a pillar of cultural diplomacy, and a growing contribution to Africa's economic transformation. As a ministry, we remain committed to creating the enabling environment needed for the creative sector to strive. We will continue to work to support local production, enhance market access, promote made in Nigerian products, and facilitate investment opportunities that empower youth entrepreneurs and strengthen the creative value chain.
We're changing the world now. Our artists are going out there, people are watching our movies, and people are realizing that African fashion is definitely the way to go. You see, so we look at globally, yes, and we see that our artists, as I said, our models, our stylists, we're influencing brands now. Our culture has become a global export. You've seen Black Panther. They have African fabrics in their stuff. You've seen Beyonce. You've even seen somebody like Stella McCartney selling African fabrics at exorbitant prices. But it's getting out there. It's what we're about now. But beyond culture, Africa has a major advantage, and that is our population. All right, that is our population, because with our population, we can change the way the world sees things. When you've got the youngest population in the world and we're all doing Africanism in terms of our clothes, in terms of our culture, our music, our movies, we are definitely going to have a major impact.
At Nagoto, we recognize the strong and growing intersection between tourism, fashion, culture, and creative economy. Fashion is not only on artistic expression, but also a powerful driver of tourism, economic growth, and youth empowerment across the continent. This conference, therefore, reflects a shared vision to build a timeless, united, and globally competitive Africa creative future.
The awards segment celebrated individuals and brands that have made outstanding contributions to fashion, design, film, visual arts, cultural promotion, and creative entrepreneurship. Recipients were recognized not only for their artistic excellence but also for their efforts in driving social impact, promoting African heritage, and mentoring young talent. Organizers describe this year's theme as a call to action for the continent to rethink its creative landscape, strengthen a cross-border partnership, and build structures that will sustain Africa's artistic legacy for generations. The African Fashion and Arts Conference and Awards has continued to position itself as a leading continental platform for celebrating African creativity while advocating for a stronger, more connected creative economy.